slower and more teaching than what you've been accustomed to in the past?
Yeah, there's definitely more teaching, and there's periods where we'll stop and talk for 3 or 4 minutes in 6-minute periods. So definitely more teaching going on, and we haven't installed a whole lot yet. So definitely just being able to understand what we have in is vital.
Yeah, what are the benefits of he called it sort of passing almost a homework assignment before going on to the next set?
Yeah, I mean, we rep things that we've installed from day one to today, day 7. So just being able to understand from day one all the way through and grasp each day's install. I mean, it's important.
Have you been maybe surprised at how maybe, I don't want to say slow the installation has been, but you surprised maybe it's not been quicker?
Not a whole lot. Definitely because it's a brand new offensive system. We've been installing different protections and pass plays just about every day. So not totally surprised by that. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm glad they're not throwing the whole offense on us in 4 days and kind of we're out there treading water.
Yeah, compared to just again previous systems in the past. I mean, how much more beneficial, I guess, is it for you to have that time to retain it and sort of feel like you've mastered it on the practice field?
It definitely helps going forward, and as we learn more, having an understanding of the base plays and different things like that, it helps going forward. That way we can start learning the new things that they're putting in each day.
What have you seen out of guys like Devin Young and Pick Howard, some players that are trying to emerge there at the slot position?
They've definitely been stepping up. Devon's doing a great job transitioning from running back and kind of a skill player to a slot receiver, and Pig's doing a great job as well. They're definitely dynamic out on the edge.
Justin, when you got here, did they? I know there was already maybe some quarterbacks at it. Did they throw everything at you when you got here first spring? Or did they maybe take it slower with you, or do you remember kind of what that process was?
I think with Coach Cheney, they'd already had the offense set in, so it was more of
you kind of play catch up.
A little bit, not necessarily. They did help me a lot and teach me, but because this is all going in at the same time with Nathan and I and Tyler and Patrick and Joe, it's definitely more teaching for all of us than just gearing to one person.
Okay. Just the rest of this week and moving towards the scrimmage, I mean, what are some of the benchmarks that you look for out of yourself? What are you trying to? What's the next step for you, I guess?
Definitely, one of our core values as a quarterback position is leadership, and just being able to step up a little bit more, be a little bit more vocal, and once we get some momentum, keep it going with the guys. So that's something that I'm going to try to work on over the rest of the spring practice.
Coach talked today about the offense having the ball on the ground too much. He said whether it was drop passes or the running backs or errant passes or whatever. I mean, is that where your leadership has to emerge and you have to sort of gather up the guys and say?
Yeah, for sure. And I think today we were a little rusty coming back from a week break. And, I mean, I wouldn't say it was expected, but it kind of was. There were some passes that I missed, and running backs dropped a couple balls. So definitely being able to gather those guys and say, hey, look, just play the next play, do what we do, definitely will help in the long run.
Did not having Marlon out there today affect maybe a little bit of that? I know he's a guy who helps the passing game out a lot, and he's kind of a steady hand back there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not having Marlon hurts with depth at running back, and we've had some guys step up big this spring. Alden Hill's done a great job, D'Anthony Summerhill, Winston Williams, a bunch of guys like that have stepped up and are getting reps and actually progressing well. So not having Marlon hurts, and it's sad to see him not there, but we need to continue on and have these guys develop as well.
I saw Matt Crowder out there a little bit with y'all today with the ones, and I know that there's so much experience up top there with the offensive line. How impressive is it for a kind of a young guy to get himself in the mix there? Because those guys are, they're pretty set up front.
It's awesome to see. Mac's done a great job and studies film and works his butt off, and I mean, it's great to see him kind of break through and push James a little bit, and overall it's going to make both of them better, and it's going to help Mac with his confidence level as well.
So you would say today wasn't bad overall for the team, but it was maybe not a great practice. But considering the circumstances, it was okay, I guess.
I'd say we were a little rusty, and just trying to brush the dirt off from a week break. We missed some plays that we were hitting last Thursday or the previous practice, and we kind of had a little roll going to the end of our spring practice session before spring break started. So we just a little bit rusty today.
Did y'all win or the defense win?
I have no clue.
They didn't tell y'all?